Welcome to the Tropical Update. I'm meteorologist Warren Madden here with you in Hurricane Central as we are tracking the third tropical system of the 2006 Atlantic hurricane season, Tropical Storm Chris, which formed on Monday evening and has continued a slow progress to the west-northwest here, just east of the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Leeward Islands, and we continue to see it. Fortunately, it's a very narrow, tiny storm. Tropical storm force winds extend only about 25 miles out from the center, and that so far has meant that the islands have been spared any strong winds. However, we can still see some squally weather here as this system continues to move to the north-northwest, hopefully staying offshore of the Leeward Islands and the Virgin Islands and heading over to Puerto Rico. Let's get the details now. As of the 11 p.m. advisory, the center of Tropical Storm Chris located 50 miles north of Barbuda, top winds of 60 miles an hour. Central pressure is measured by the Hurricane Hunter aircraft of the 53rd Weather Recon, 1,003 millibars. And it is moving off to the west-northwest at about 10 miles an hour. Because of its path and its proximity to the islands, many islands currently under a tropical storm warning. Pretty much all of the northern Leeward Islands, for example, Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, St. Eustatius, and then heading over to the Virgin Islands, both British and American, and then into Puerto Rico, all under tropical storm warnings. The forecast takes Chris roughly skirting the northern shores of these islands, and depending upon whether it stays onshore or stays offshore will have a big impact on how strong the system is. And we'll be following that closely here as we go through the next few days here in especially getting into certainly Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, the Turks and Caicos Islands, and then up to the Bahamas. Looking at a little broader view here, we see that really is the only game in town. The Gulf of Mexico is quiet. The Caribbean Sea is quiet. There's Chris. And then we'll even expand a little farther out, look at the whole Atlantic basin and show you that it's not quite the only game in town. We're starting to see more activity coming off of Africa. One system spinning its way across the central Atlantic, another just emerging off the African coast. Neither of these are tropical depressions, but certainly they bear watching. We're starting to get into that time of the year where this area stretching off the coast of Africa and heading out into the Atlantic is an active area for tropical system formation. Another active area for tropical systems is the Eastern Pacific, and so it is here in this early August. Two systems to tell you about, Fabio and GILMA. Fabio, located centered about 1,300 miles southwest of Cabo San Lucas. It's heading outbound with top winds of 50 miles an hour. And as we look at GILMA, it's a little closer in, about 430 miles southwest of Acapulco, the center of this one. It's heading to the northwest at 7. Neither is expected to be a threat to land.